All right, welcome everyone to session 2 of Neon Goblin's playthrough of Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus Ride to Redemption. I am your dungeon master, Kevin Miller. With me, as always, are our lovely goblins. Say hello, everybody.
Ahoy,
Hello, everybody.
Playing Captain Ephraim, we've got Griffin.
Yo.
Playing Remy, we've got Kristen.
Howdy.
Playing, how do you pronounce your character's first name, David?
Demo.
Playing Zamo, we've got David. Although I guess that information was all in the thing I said.
Oh, Damo with a D.
Damo. Okay, yeah, there. That's. I wasn't looking at it, but I should have been because it does start with a D. Playing Clive, we've got Alden.
Hello. Clive.
And playing Bosco, we've got James.
Ahoy, hoy.
Last time we let's do the business first. We are sponsored this week by Roll20. Roll20 is a system-agnostic tabletop gaming platform, which you can use as an online tool to run pretty much any kind of tabletop dice game you want. They have tons of great features, including recently added a dark mode, which I am making happy use of. And if you sign up for a account, you get a bunch of cool content packs every so often that I have personally found very helpful and cool. Beyond that, we also have a link, QR code to donate to some people that are helping out with the crisis in Ukraine. And that is available on our Twitch page. You can see it if you scroll. So, if you're interested in helping out a little bit, that option is there.
Yeah, there's a QR code right there on the overlay, over there. If you follow that, it goes to a Streamlabs page that has links to different charities that are supporting Ukraine, such as Save Our Children. If you felt the need to give us any money, don't do that. Give it to people that can actually help somebody. Because Alden has a day job. He doesn't need any more money.
But no, help the people.
Yeah. So, without further ado, anybody want to do a recap? No volunteers?
I don't know. Kristen usually does that in our games, so I don't know.
There is an inspiration on the table.
Give it a
Alden?
shot.
Ooh.
Alden's going to do it.
We'll see. We'll see how well I do here.
It's the effort that's important, Alden.
Let me look at my friends' names so that I don't get this wrong. So Captain Ephraim and Damo Zataz have, taken these wayward thieves in hand who were caught attempting to steal from Captain Ephraim. And once they were brought before this council of religious leaders in the city we're in, which I totally remember, we were told that we were going to get the opportunity to work off our debt to society rather than spend hard time. So obviously, our more clever members of the party decided, well, that'll be the perfect opportunity to escape. And then those of us that are willing to pay their debt to society are like, well, this is the perfect way to get the knowledge that I seek. So we're all gathered together, and we actually didn't know what we were doing. We still kind of don't, but we wandered in, we fought off some wolves, and then we were finally told by Captain Ephraim that we are seeking some dragon cultists. But when we got there, the dragon cultists were already all dead and stuff. And we were like, well, who's killing the people we were supposed to kill? And it turns out there's worse people here. And now things are crazy. And I'm sure glad Captain Ephraim's here because he's a bastion of righteousness.
Yes, just
Also,
rock
Bosco's
solid.
probably gonna stab somebody.
Thank you.
Not going through something at all.
Definitely not going through
At
a
all.
real tough time. Yeah. No.
Holding it together.
Holding it
Captain.
together.
It's a healing process.
Yeah. Thank
We
goodness
got you
Remy is
outside.
here to keep us all on the path of happiness.
I
All
tried.
right. Good stuff. Pretty much everything was in there. So that is going to be a free reroll for you.
Right.
And yeah, let's get into it. So you are currently scouting out a forest glade in which there is a cultist of Bane, one of the dead three gods that have been causing so much trouble, even post-mortem in the Sword Coast. And she is chanting Litany to Bane and drowning a corpse. So, having a time over there, she is.
Don't like the time that she's having at all.
It's not a good time. We are currently
believe
not
we
in
were-
initiative. We're
Okay.
in between fights, so
So,
free acting right now.
Oh,
Do we stop? Do we
yeah,
stop
let's
this?
go stop
or-
this person. Yes. Right.
Yeah.
Captain.
I could sneak over.
Mm-hmm.
Very sneaky.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like whoever is being victimized has only seconds for us to make a decision.
So, do you want to sneak? Let's.
All right. Okay, so
Yeah. Do your thing. Do
I
your
can't
thing.
catch this.
Go.
Bosco can sneak over.
All right,
Can I
Bosco.
prepare to fire a magic stone at them once he attacks?
You guys can sort of assume a ready attack at the moment of the breakout of conflict.
Okay. So I'll have my short sword out. And I will sneak over very sneakily.
Roll me that sneak.
I would like to follow sneakily.
I got a 16.
All right.
A 23.
Okay.
In the shadows.
So you are both free to move your tokens to the desired positions.
I will look over at the group and point at my sword and be like,
Mm-hmm.
We all nod.
Unanimous. All right. So there is a whole choking sound as your blade plunges into the fist of Bane. Go ahead and roll me an attack.
Okay. Okay.
Oh no.
17.
Yep, that's gonna hit.
Okay.
And we are fighting. Everybody, go ahead and make your ready to actions. Let's go, I guess, just left to right on the Zoom call from my perspective. So Alden's up first.
All right. Well, Clive would just like this person that just got stabbed to make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, and I don't think you ever said your damage.
Well, I got 7 on the short sword and 1 point of sneak attack.
All right, 8
So
damage.
8 total.
Cool. So yeah, go ahead and intelligence saving throw.
Please and thank you.
That is almost definitely a success with a 21.
Absolutely. And I don't think it does a darn thing if you make the save. Yep.
Oh.
So is my attempt to pierce his mind. He's like, oh, he is shielded by his deluded faith, and that's his turn.
And you can see that the Fist of Bane has gone into a sort of like trance type battle rage.
Oh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Definitely just sort of frozen still, convulsing and like getting ready to retaliate. So David, Damo is up.
All right, we're just going to use use my magic stone. So we're going to try to. That's a natural 1. So I in fact do not hit.
Yep.
I slung it out there and it just didn't. It missed its mark.
Sometimes it happens.
Still not used to this whole
It
fighting
happens to
thing.
everybody eventually.
Yeah.
Sometimes a lot of times in a row.
Yeah.
So, Kristen, it is Remy's turn.
Yeah, and Remy does what any good warlock would do. And he puts out his hand, and this beautiful matte black, just, I don't know, magical force comes out of his hands.
All right.
My Wi-Fi is so slow. It's like the slowest dice roll on DTV right now.
Drama's
This
building.
will really build up the tension, though. Yeah,
I know that
that's great.
hotel Wi-Fi works. Yeah.
Yep. It may never work. It rolled my damage if I hit, so that's great.
That is good.
I'm gonna do this on my phone from now on.
You're doing great, Kristen. You're doing great. You're making do.
Oh, 17 plus 5.
Yeah.
So that's a 22 to hit for 10
All right,
hit.
yeah. Roll that blast.
10.
Okay. This has been a huge hit to the Fist of Bane. She howls in anger. And Captain Ephraim, you've got just enough time to get an attack in.
Right. Is this with advantage?
Melee attack on a surprised creature, that's advantage.
Nice. 17 to hit. Dealing 8 points of piercing damage.
All right, just as she sort of finishes hulking up and begins to rush toward Bosco, you slide your rapier in at the last second and take her down.
How does the captain look when he fights? Is he like excited or?
It is a chore like any other.
So like you're brushing your teeth,
Oh
Yeah.
man.
or shining your shoes or something.
Yeah.
So the exciting things aren't
Okay.
exciting anymore.
Classic symptom.
I help you.
Anyway, the Fist of Bane is down. So you've got time to look over both her and the person in the water.
I would imagine my detect magic is still active.
What's the duration on that?
I think it's 10 minutes. Or yeah. Be
It's
sure.
only been like, what, 2 since you
Yeah.
started using it.
So anything else in this area giving off anything magical?
I don't believe so. There is the Fist of Bane has something magic in a cloak pocket.
I reach for it.
It is a potion, red potion, healing potion.
Friends, I found a healing potion.
Excellent.
Normal potion of healing, 2d4 plus 2.
Good, good.
And what about the person that was in the water as I dragged them up onto the bank?
Dead.
No.
Hmm.
What do
Dead
they
and
look
wet.
like?
Dragon cultist.
Another dragon cultist.
Very, very much in the same sort of outfit and other accoutrements as the other dragon cultists. Nothing magical or useful on the body. No weapons, even. So,
Question. Whose side are we on?
Justice?
Was it the dead guy
No.
or the one trying to drown or the one drowning the dead guy?
Also no.
Rhea Mantlemorn, who is also here, the Hell Rider who was assigned to ride herd on you guys, speaks up. She says, "We're on Elturel's side."
Which side is that?
That's neither of them. Both the Dragon Cult and the Cult of the Dead Three work against our fair city and are my enemies and should be yours.
So we
Let's
just
go.
kill everyone.
Everyone who looks like they're part of a cult dedicated to worshiping an evil god, whether that's Tiamat or one of the other ones, yeah, that's where I'm at personally.
We are an independent third party, Bosco.
This does seem bad, though. This does not seem like they are doing anything good.
It's
I'm
pretty
also worried
simple.
because it looks like they're at least, based on the camping supplies we found in that last clearing, 4 or 5 more dragon cultists, and we've only run into three dead ones.
Is there any check I can do to see like what that specific ritual was supposed to do or accomplish?
Yeah, that's probably religion or arcana,
Yeah,
Can I
roll
use
that.
Arcana?
depending on what information you want out of that.
Go.
Right, Arcana. 14.
Arcana 14 tells you that this is non-magical. This is a worship thing, not a
Okay.
spell casting thing.
Okay, so it was just more like paying homage to said deity, not like trying to make something happen.
Okay.
Right.
So he was just drowning this guy for fun.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bane is sort of a
He's-
god of like terror and domination, so that's pretty much in line
That's
with
the thing.
what
This
happened
guy was
here.
very terrorized, very dominated.
So we've got 3 exits from this clearing, my friends. 1 to the south and 2 to the north.
South is more the way you came. It's back toward the road. So north is the only place that would make sense for there to be more stuff happening.
All right. How shall we proceed?
I guess north.
Yes, left or right?
Oh, yeah, right. Right.
The left path is the bed of the like little deep creek that this whole unpleasantness took place in, and the right is like a dry path through the forest.
Luckily, Remy chose the path that keeps our shoes dry. Thank you, Remy.
Yes,
Mhm.
we shall proceed.
All right. So
You better believe I'm not going first.
moving through that forest path, you find yourselves looking in on the rest of this sort of ancient ritual site. This is Druidic
Oh, wow.
altar, which, you know, I mean, I say Druidic, it's marked with lots of pictures of animals and things, and laid on the altar, tied up, is a living dragon cultist. You can tell by the sort of additional like gilding on the spikes of the mask and, well, horns of the mask and the slightly better robe that this was most likely the leader of the dragon cultists here. And he is currently being tortured by another cultist. This one in dark gray robes, bearing symbols of knives, sort of running all around it like stripes.
That's not good. Can I try to poke out a little bit to see if there's anyone else around outside those two?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Come on. 17.
All right. Yeah, that's you go ahead and make yourself a little scan of the woods around this ritual site, and you see sort of poorly concealed just outside of the clearing in the woods are two hidden cultists, both wearing that same sort of robe and insignias with the knives, and both looking like they're sort of on lookout for.
I point them out to my friends, my new friends, so they can see.
Yikes.
So how should we proceed? They are on opposite sides, and then there's the center, and then there's a man actively dying.
And I guess we have to help the man in the middle?
No, according to they're also bad.
Yeah, Rhea speaks up. Yeah, this is again Dragon Cult. We were here to drive them out of the forest. So the fact that they're already being murdered is sort of neither here nor there vis-a-vis our amount of affection we have towards them. Just to again clarify, bad guy, bad guy, bad guy, bad guy.
I mean, he
All
might
bad
have
guys.
information to.
Could interrogate.
Interrogating, I'm absolutely fine with. I personally, I'm new at this whole combat thing, so if you think that's viable and it won't get us killed, that's an option.
I mean,
Can I
probably
say
shouldn't
you're
waste
doing
our
great
time.
so far?
You probably shouldn't waste our time trying to fight the person who is tied up and being tortured. That seems like a waste of resources.
Well, I doubt he could do anything to us at all. So
do we try to split to navigate these two individuals, or how would you all like to proceed?
Do we just sneak past and let these cultists deal with their own problems?
Ooh, we have to get rid of the other cultists afterwards, though.
This has become the new problem.
we don't want dead 3 cultists in the forest near Outerell any more than we did dragon cultists. So
all right.
It's like when you find mice and they're eating things and rats show up. You don't think the rats.
You don't stop. Yeah, just because the rats ate the mice. Yeah, you get rid of the rats. Yeah.
All right.
Rats is the perfect analogy too. If the Baldur's Gate flaming fists were serious about this, they would never have been let to grow this much and end up a problem for the entire Sword Coast.
All right. Well, I'm going to fling a spell at them unless anybody else has a better idea.
So I say two of us take the one to the north, and two of us take the one to the south, and then anybody else goes up the middle.
All right.
That sounds good.
I can focus on the one in the middle since everything I have is ranged, so we don't have to go over those stones.
All right. A lot of you don't know how to use a sword.
This creek also, it doesn't look that deep. Doesn't look like it would make fighting necessarily difficult. It's just sort of marshy.
I'll get in range of the one in the south to shoot something at. because that's what is the range of my. Okay. Need to be at least 30 feet. So I'm going to try
Alright,
to.
so
Can I sneak to get close, 30 feet close enough?
yeah, who's gonna be on which cultist?
I'll flank the south cultist.
Okay. Anyone who's moving close to them in the forest to do like a melee attack is gonna need a stealth roll.
Oh man, crush this one.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, 24.
Okay, I only need to be right here in order to be in range to hit him, so I'm gonna stay back here.
I got a 21.
You're going to the north one with me, right, Bosco?
If you want me to.
Yeah, I think that's the only one that's left.
Okay.
These guys are a little bit too focused on enjoying the torture to be paying much attention to their surroundings. Bad sentries.
They love their job too much.
They're just nasty guys, these cultists. Just nasty, shitty guys who truly have wrought their own demise by not paying attention to the world around them.
Isn't that how it works? Well, yes, I fire Sling a Stone at the one in the south.
All right. Is everyone in position? Just double check.
Everyone's happy with where they are? Okay.
Yes.
I mean, I guess.
Let's do it.
All right. Rhea is going to go ahead and provide some melee cover against the one in the middle. And everybody, go ahead and roll your initiatives.
All right.
Nice.
Ooh, that's a 20.
Yeah.
15.
19.
Okay. So I'm still figuring out my optimal tabbing for running encounters on the thing I'm running encounters on.
Mm-hmm.
So if everyone could just out loud their initiative real quick.
20.
13.
15.
24.
19.
Good initiatives. Good initiatives.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So okay, yeah, it looks like everyone is going before anyone is going to express their surprise. So go ahead and Damo, or no, James, roll your attack. All right, Bosco dashes in.
That's right. Okay. Sword. Ooh, 23 to hit. Ooh. Let's see if I get better. Ooh. Oh, it's only 8 total.
Wow. That's still pretty good damage on these guys. This is a level 1 fight, after all. So that one is very severely hurt and looks absolutely shocked and appalled to see that someone managed to sneak up on him, given that he was hiding behind a tree in the first place. Yeah, that's Damo.
All right, let's see. Get my stone. That is a 15.
That hits.
All right, and for 7 damage.
All right, and this is the same cultist or the other? No, you're on the other
One to the
cultist.
south. Yeah. I'm
Okay.
Getting that one.
7 damage?
Yep.
All right, yeah. They are both now definitely regretting their bad guarding decisions. That is severe damage on both of them. And they are both absolutely shocked to see there. So, Captain Ephraim, go ahead and take your turn.
Stab. With my rapier.
Okay. 10 is not going to do it.
Was this also with advantage?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Come on.
There we go.
There you go.
Okay,
That's the winning
16 will
number.
do it.
8 points of piercing damage.
All right. That southern cultist is dead. Takes the initial hit very badly, and then the second one puts him down. And now, Clive is up.
5 takes aim and fires at the cultists. Not bad. 21.
All right, yeah, that's going to hit.
A spectral hand shoots out and touches him and does 3 necrotic damage.
All right. That is... Yeah, that's just enough. You take out Northern Cultist.
That was a bad touch.
No, he didn't like it at all. Remy is going to act after Rhea, so Rhea is going to charge forward. She has just enough movement to attack this cultist. She goes ahead and swings with her longsword. That is a miss, unfortunately. So Remy is up.
Does a 14 hit?
A 14 hits, exactly.
Aha! So I'm aiming for the guy in the middle, and I'm obviously using my favorite thing in the world, my Eldritch Blast, for 6 damage.
All right. Yeah, that is a solid hit on the center cultist. And we are back at the top with Bosco.
Okay, I guess Bosco's just going to start hoofing it towards the center. So you go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Actually, I can get there because he has 35 feet of movement. And he's going to attack
All right.
with his short sword.
Now, this is not with advantage because the surprise has passed.
Right.
But you do get sneak attack because of the ally within 5 feet.
Okay. Does... Damn. My dice roller to work. Does a 14 hit?
14 hits exactly.
Okay, with the short sword and the sneak attack. Okay, so minimum damage with the sword, but sneak attack. Ooh, 10 damage. Total.
Oh yeah, that's absolutely enough to kill the final cultist. How are you going to do it?
I expect through one of his kidneys. Not
All right.
like, not a place he'd want to get stabbed.
Not at all. No. That is a nasty hit in the kidney for this cultist.
The renal failure
Who
just right off the
scrabbles at you, tries to get a grip on your face, fails, and collapses. It looks like the terrified guy in the center is not going to put up a fight, and doesn't seem all that capable of it. So we are back out of combat.
Okay.
You guys have successfully taken out all of your cultists.
Guys,
Well,
Congratulations,
we are
you worked
so
out your
strong.
science.
Great job,
We're
team.
strong guys.
are we strong or are these guys just like kind of wimps? Is that why they were so susceptible to being in this cult?
Excellent teamwork plus surprise. Give us advantage.
That's fair.
It was a string of good tactical decisions that led to our victory. Not anything else, I hope.
So what do we do with this person that is being tied up? That is tied up.
Are you just gonna execute them, or are you gonna take them and give them to justice?
Well, we're in the forest to kill him,
Really?
but I'm inclined to try and bring him back to Elturel, see if he can give us any more information about the activity of the Dragon Cult here.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that seems more. I would feel weird just killing a person who's tied
Yeah.
up.
Strip him of all his gear, though. Give him a loincloth.
Oh,
Yeah.
certainly.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
As a matter of fact, she pokes him a couple times and squeezes his arm, like those little pinches.
Mhm.
I think that he's paralyzed. I think there's a paralyzing effect. They must have poisoned him.
No, that makes this easy.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, instead of putting him out of his misery, you're going to completely humiliate him.
Well,
that's the ultimate goal.
Excellent.
I mean, arrest. Arrest is good. I think. We can
I
stop
think I heard you
arrest,
talking
right?
about stripping him naked. Pretty sure that's what I heard.
That was
Okay.
that was Clive.
Does anyone
Those-
other than Bosco
I actually
wanna
don't
say
have any
anything, or-
jurisdictional authority here. I was just.
Clive, you're going to ring the bell and walk behind him.
Do
This
you have a
isn't-
bell?
This isn't
Yeah, I've
that.
got a bell.
This
yeah.
isn't that.
Yeah, give me the
I
bell.
don't know what that is, but it isn't.
Shame! Shame! Ring, 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 ring. Right, this bell is
mean-
wonderful. Thank you. So
What are
much.
you doing? What kind of
I'm
Personally,
sorry.
I'd
ethical
rather
god
die.
do you people
It was in a-
follow? That this
It was
is
in
one
a
of your
play I read
practices?
once. I'm sorry.
If
It's
I'm
very
ever in
funny.
this situation, you just kill me, all right?
All right, understood.
Is
Rhea
there any-
picks up the body and walks slowly away from you guys.
What about the dead bodies, Rhea?
I don't know. Leave them. Make sure they aren't in the water. We can
Okay.
deal with them later.
Okay.
anything else around here, just in general, that might be of a note or importance?
Give me an investigation.
Alrighty, I'm good at that.
I'll aid you in it.
Perhaps we should
Thank
loot
you.
the bodies.
That's a helped investigation check.
Okay, so first roll is. All right, first roll is a natural 20, so cool.
Ah,
There we go.
so good.
With that, because I like to not necessarily allow criticals on ability checks, but I like to honor a 20 when I come across one. And
I mean, yeah, still 26, so it's pretty good.
I'm actually going to have you think back to the interrogation that you were hearing, and you see this this bloody knife that this cultist was using to torture this guy, and you realize that the thing that the cultist was asking this prisoner about, this other cultist, was the Baldur's Gate bathhouse.
Ah,
Hmm.
You don't know which bathhouse, but there was a bathhouse in Baldur's Gate that was apparently known to both of them. That was the interrogation's direction.
something about a bathhouse. How many bathhouses are in Baldur's Gate?
More than one, apparently.
Clive, Clive
That's
starts
great.
like his eyes start flickering, and he goes, "Population density, rules of cleanliness, approximately 300, 200, 326."
Ray, is that a correct assertion?
Humans are filthy.
I don't look. It's Baldur's Gate. It's disgusting. I'd be shocked if anyone there bathes, and I'd be equally shocked if they didn't have anywhere where they had like disgusting liaisons with each other. I have never been to that city and don't want to go.
So that narrows down then our options. Good.
Yes, excellent, excellent. Any decrepit bathhouses we shall leave out of our search.
I don't know how you got that from what I said. But
Maybe only the decrepit bathhouses in our search?
Yes,
Got it.
that was
you
in fact
feel
the
free to
opposite.
conduct yourselves however you want. I don't even know why you would go to Baldur's Gate to follow up on this. We haven't asked you to.
Yeah, well, we're definitely not going to do that then.
Captain Ephraim, maybe that could be relevant to him, but
We
I don't
didn't,
know.
we
He's
find
retired.
we
That's
didn't
not-
find the thing he was looking for. Well, that's a problem.
Look,
Oh, yes.
I'm gonna take this guy. I'm gonna put him on my horse. I'm gonna ride back to El Toro. Does anyone want to come? Or
Yes, we have no other direction. Oh, well, yeah, no, these two would like to run off into the woods, if you
Oh,
don't
yes.
mind. I will pay their debts to society.
actually, I might be able to offer you something. There is probably, just based on the way that the Order of the Gauntlet has made use of mercenaries in the past, they might be willing to pay you for taking out these cultists.
That would be very helpful.
I like that.
So how do we prove that we killed him, though? They're just gonna believe us?
They're gonna believe me. We
Yes.
can cast spells. Zone of
Do you
Truth
want-
is
Do you want to?
common spell in Alterel.
Do you
That's
want to cut things off of them to bring with us?
that would not help your
It's-
case.
I just seemed like
want
that's
to
where you
point
were
out
going with that.
It wouldn't help you guys to
You know,
look
when you answer him, it encourages
helpful.
the continued conversation.
I was just gonna take their jackets.
I'm sure
That
you
was
were.
what I was getting towards, yes. Just their
I'm
clothing.
19. This has been a hell of a day for me.
Wow, you've done really well, actually, then.
No, I'm.
Very
They
mature for
trained
your
me,
age, yeah,
but this
yeah.
is like a lot. So
Yeah. and
I'm
you're
just
good.
kind of relieved we're not killing this guy.
Yeah, you're really carrying the team, and he like kind of eyes the captain who's probably sitting over there moping, just thinking, "I killed these people like this once, long ago."
Boomer.
Actually, Captain Ephraim looks energized by his
Okay,
day out
okay.
on the town.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Good little exercise always really helps with the endorphins.
I used to go to a bathhouse. I hope it's not the same one.
But you did.
What did you do in the bathhouse?
I wouldn't. Yeah.
You cleaned yourselves in bathhouses.
What?
What do you do in bathhouses?
Apparently
Bathhouses are a
there,
normal thing for
You
society.
want to ask that one again?
apparently there are liaisons in bathhouses as well. I don't know.
I mean, no, look, it's a thing that you're not supposed to.
It's a place where their weapons aren't allowed, so and everyone's in their skivvies, so you
I
can
did have a
talk business.
liaison.
Yeah.
You looked forlorningly at the idea of cleaning yourself, so it felt like there was something more there.
Do humans not have baths in their houses?
You hear?
Do you have a bath in your house,
as
Mr.
Rhea
Goblin?
rides her
Yes.
horse towards El
He
Toro?
has left us.
Really?
I'm
The
not
distinct
a.
sound of hoofbeats drifts
We should
across
probably
the clearing.
follow her because that's just how we get paid.
You are the richest goblin I have ever heard of. As we start
No,
heading
they
after
just
it.
have a tub.
No, really.
They don't
that's-
cost much, really.
Yes, they do. They do.
No,
actually.
they don't.
So there were also 2 more healing potions
Oh.
in the possession of the peripheral cultists.
All right. Well, I took one. Then y'all, and if anybody else wants to take one, then
May I have one, please? No. Yes. Okay, great. I'm gonna write it down.
Sure.
Take it.
Thank you.
Well, I was like, I also have that
I'm very
knife
squishy.
or something that is also proof of the cultist, and maybe someone can look at some ceremonial weapon. Yeah. So, I'll.
Yeah, you can pick up. You can pick up that knife that you found.
Okay. Cool. All right.
There's
then,
definitely they have short swords, so that's their weapon of choice. If anyone wants to pick up a cultist,
Yeah, I
short
could
sword.
potentially use a short sword. I'll
Oh,
have that.
I'll pick one
Grab
up.
that.
Meh.
I figured you might.
I'll pick one up as a trophy.
In the future, I'm not gonna mention stuff like that, like mundane weaponry and little pieces of daily life equipment when
Fair
people
enough.
have them on. So just go ahead and if you are looking for something like that, say
Add
so.
it. I don't
You
know.
know.
Okay.
All right.
Meh.
Off back to the city.
All right, so you guys begin the ride back to Elturel, following Rhea, who is carrying along a paralyzed and trussed up cultist of Tiamat. And with that, I think let's take a little 5-minute break.
All right.
All right.
Very calm.
You don't even have a bucket. Like,
Wooden buckets are fine, but that doesn't get you very clean. Like a copper tub is very
Yeah.
expensive.
The goblin size is pretty darn good.
Oh, it's a
Oh,
goblin
yes.
size. No, this isn't
It's smaller.
fair. That's not fair. You've
I'm gonna
got
take.
like a
I'm gonna
baby
take my
tub.
headphone. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna take my headphones off.
Goblins lick themselves clean.
All right. So, when we left off, we were riding back to El Terrell, captive in tow, cultists in the forest defeated, but many questions and few answers sort of floating around. So, as you travel back down the paths you took to get here, you come across every now and then a Hell Rider or two filtering through the forest, Gauntlet Knight, a Flaming Fist member, and they greet you and sort of look in interest at the fact that you've apparently found and taken a hostage, but otherwise they don't really interact with you. They've got their own sections of the forest to search. And you eventually catch sight of Elturel through the trees again and begin to make your way towards it. As you do so, the paralysis begins to wear off on your captive. And he starts to sort of struggle against the ropes, try and say things through the gag that Rhea has put on him, presumably to stop him like casting spells or something on the trip back.
Ray, are you going to be? Are you doing okay?
Yeah, no, he's moving around a little bit, but it's nothing I can't handle.
Good.
Want me to whack him?
What?
You want me to whack him?
I mean,
You should
probably don't. He looks very hurt.
All right.
You should
Whatever
probably
you
whack
need.
him.
So you guys are getting close to Elturel when the companion, the sort of second sun that's always visible, floating about a mile above the city, begins to change a little bit. It starts to glow a little bit dimmer, and then it pulses slightly red. And Rhea looks up at it, and she frowns, and she says, "That's not good. That doesn't happen.
That's not normal. That's not
No,
normal.
that's." And she pulls up her horse and stares at it, and light cracks through the sky directly into the companion. It shakes. It wobbles in the air, and the shadows on the ground around you wobble with it. And 6 enormous, unfathomably huge chains erupt from the ground, and these spikes extend from the tips of them and claw into the earth. You see they're big enough to crush houses, and a couple of them do, as they smash into the ground around Elturel. And this brilliant red light erupts in a line around the city that rushes past like a forest fire, like not 10 feet in front of where Rhea stopped her horse. And Elturel flashes the entire city a bright red along with the companion, and it's gone.
What?
Elturel has vanished.
Ooh.
Rhea immediately turns around, turns back toward the city, turns back towards you guys. She like trots her horse in a little circle like she's looking for Elturel, and she can't even say anything. She's just frozen.
Oh boy.
Can I do a knowledge arcana to try and figure out what it is that I saw? Yeah.
I'll assist you in that.
Okay, yeah. So he starts, babbling magic techno babble, and you start picking up on it and aid him. So thank you.
Rhea rides directly towards you, Captain Ephraim, and grabs your collar and says, "What was that? What is this? What is happening?"
This is not like anything I've ever seen.
Yeah, your entire home and everything you loved is gone.
Thank
it's
you.
not gone. It's
Not helping.
She like rides toward the city. She's like, maybe it's invisible. She rides toward it, and no, she hits the edge of this crater where the city used to be, and just like starts to like slide down it. The horse is like barely able to keep its feet and scramble back up.
Oh, that's not good.
Anyone running checks? What were those numbers?
I got a 19.
Okay, so with a 19, this is kind of simple for you. It's kind of obvious. It's staggering, but you know exactly what just happened. Not with the chains or the companion or anything like that, but there was a distinct sort of snap hiss sound and a specific type of like pulsing light that you really only get with plane shift spells.
So together with your character,
Damo,
and
together with
Clive,
Damo,
you both understand this.
Damo
is...
and Clive come together, and they're like, and then like they're just like, it's a plane shift, but on a massive scale.
That's how could they pull that off?
You take magic beyond our kin.
This is very insane. Also not good for everyone, but also very fascinating.
Yes.
Do you know anything about this? And I look directly at the cultist to see if he's coherent, if he saw the whole thing happen.
The cultist is, I think, probably, I don't know, I'm not going to roll for this. He fell off of Rhea's horse when she tried to, like, ride towards the city and stumbled into the crater a little bit. And from the ground, he is kind of looking up at you guys, and he's freaked out. He has no idea what's happening.
Okay.
Well, he appears to. You could do an insight check to see if he really means that, but I mean passive insight exists, and this is like, yeah, he's just scared.
Okay.
Oh, well, if something like that happened, someone had to have caused it.
A plane shift of a city? What, is there anything like that? Has anything like that ever happened?
Can I try to roll a history check?
Yeah, you can.
I'd like to attempt that too.
There is actually this is probably not going to be that high a DC. This is probably like a DC 12, honestly.
I got a 12.
Yeah, you
I
know
got
that there are, in fact, histories of times when cities have plane shifted, when towns have plane shifted. There is precedent for this, but Elturel is definitely not the kind of place where usually it is part of a grand ritual that all of the city's inhabitants take part in. This is definitely not the kind of thing Elturel would do at random when 90% of its elite law enforcement and military forces were out of the city.
It happens, but this is still a very unique case.
Do you know where it went?
Oh, no. To another plane?
With a 12, that's pretty much...
Yeah.
The 19 Arcana for the... you could probably, if you rolled high again, you could probably make some educated guesses.
Yeah, I'll trying to make an educated guess with a little bit of Arcana here. Let's see what I got.
I'll still assist again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess it's devils.
Natural 20. Thanks to the assist. For the assist, it was a 12 as well. So,
man,
thank you.
Elturel, giant chains that erupt from the earth, red light. This is Avernus. It's gone to Avernus. It's been stolen by Avernus. That's not obviously confirmable to you right now, but you're about as sure of it as you've been of anything in your life. This is like the sky is blue kind of a thing. Like, yeah, who on another plane would steal Elturel? Probably fiends. That's always who Elturel has been like on the front lines of like the mortal war with.
So you will not like this answer.
But
Something
yes,
tells me I know it already.
seems that it would be the fiends that the Elturel has been in an altercation with. Avernus is where they would go.
Do it.
Lathander's teeth. This is bad. This is worse than bad. This is just about the worst thing I can imagine happening.
Cataclysmic for everyone in the city, yes.
Yes, that is quite awful.
God, my parents.
Are your
Your
parents-
Grand Duke was there. She points at you, Bosco. Your Grand Duke was there. The Grand Duke of Baldur's Gate. This is going to cause so many problems. I can't even begin to.
So do you think that the sewers underneath Baldur's Gate were also affected?
Looking at the depth of the crater,
Do you
Yes.
see the sewers in the crater?
they took it with them.
What was that, Deimos?
Do you see the sewers in the crater? Are they there? I guess you can look at the
Well, I mean,
sewers.
no, but I don't know how far down they go.
It actually, examining the crater, you can actually see like a little bit of like earthen construction sort of towards the bottom. It does look like they may have shaved the very bottom tips off the city.
Might still be there.
Yeah,
Mm.
it could be good.
We have to go see. Well, I have to go see.
Okay.
This is, I should clarify, this is Elturel. Elturel has vanished.
Oh, that's right.
Baldur's Gate is where you're from.
Oh yeah.
It's
Well,
early
why
in the campaign. That's the kind of thing we still.
I'll go down with you.
This isn't where her family.
She just remembered where she
It's
was
not.
actually from.
Doesn't matter.
That's true. It's not my family, but my family does live in the sewers of Baldur Gate, so maybe there's someone down here we need to help.
Yeah, and
Okay.
if you could, what's your passive insight? Or if you could
No.
roll me an insight check.
My passive insight's 9, so I'd love to roll one.
Let's roll that.
Okay. That is an 18.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So this is, bad, obviously, for Elturel. It's not Baldur's Gate, but there's really no reason it couldn't be Baldur's Gate, is there? If the devils of Avernus are abducting mortal cities and they've gone after Elturel, Baldur's Gate is an incredibly juicy target, and it's right there.
Could be next.
So should we go warn the people of Baldur's Gate that the city disappeared?
That would definitely be probably wise.
What would that do? They're not going to be able to run. Where would they go?
Well,
I mean,
you
he
don't
ran.
know how Elturel vanished, so it's possible they could stop it from happening there if it is in the
Oh.
process of being made to happen.
You could
But
also
just-
evacuate a city. I mean, we were not taken out, so
Good
True.
point. Okay.
And you
well,
were very close,
oh yeah, we were. It's almost like some type of happenstance that we were not also taken.
My house was there.
Oh yes, I'm very sorry.
Your house
Your
was
house is
there.
gone.
Also, it's been pulled into the plane of hell where you were traumatized enough that you spent 100 years living in a mansion as a recluse.
Well, the good thing is your house isn't demolished. It's just in a different spot.
It's gonna get demolished in hell.
True.
No. We'll get it.
Yes.
It will.
It definitely will. Yes.
It is known to be very chaotic. They don't
Just
think the people
just the environment will probably really wear down at the foundation.
Oh, all my belongings. All I have now is the shirt on me back, my sword, and my other sword on my back.
Glad you did not have any pets.
And
Did you have a pet?
my pants.
So as you guys are talking through this, and Rhea is processing it to whatever degree that's happening, there is more hoofbeats, and it like about a dozen Hell Riders, Gauntlet Knights, and Flaming Fist members gallop out from the tree line, and they see the hole where the city should be.
Mm-hmm.
And they freeze. They stop short and appear to be going through the same like moment of shock and what the hell is you guys
that was our reaction as well.
It was him. I'll point at Clive.
Two of them. Two of them start. And they walk towards you really angry. Clive, they look like they're gonna fucking kill you. They're so mad.
Do you really think that I have the ability to do such a thing?
They immediately their buddies like hit them in the back of it. What the hell what is wrong?
I'm telling you.
It was not that guy. All right.
I mean, he looks unassuming, but
Giant chains came down from the companion and everything just disappeared.
One of the knights does actually come towards you guys and waves and says to you, "Oh there, you're the prisoners that Captain Ephraim. Yes,
he's right
this
there.
is your group of your little ragtag commando bunch. What happened? Do you have any idea? What is this?"
I will give a perfect recitation of what happened,
Mm-hmm.
and then give them my hypotheses and theories.
Roll me a persuasion check with your intelligence modifier.
Oh, hooray!
Nice.
Just a little persuasion. That. Well, dirty 20.
There we go.
Yeah, you are sufficiently scientifically precise enough that you absolutely convince this man that you know what you're talking about. And he looks at you sort of brow furrowed and like just quivering a little bit in some combination of terror and suppressed rage. And he says, "If the devils have taken the city, we need to get down there. We have to help them. You realize what this has to be. This is some sort of retaliation, some kind of grudge. You know who the archdevil of the first hell is."
I don't.
Retaliation for what?
Rhea and Captain Ephraim both sort of share this look.
What'd you do? Huh?
Nothing we did.
Huh?
Rhea looks at you and she says, "Isn't it something we did?"
Ah.
Or rather,
you,
you.
baby.
I wasn't alive. Yeah, no.
You were but a twinkle in the eye.
Not even that. My parents were. It
Not
was
even.
100. It was solidly 100 years.
I know how old I am. Thank you.
Yeah.
You were a twinkle of a twinkle.
Anyway, are you gonna explain or not feeling it?
I got this one. Me fellow soldiers, armsmen, it seems the time has come. The devils have retaliated. From what we did in the Blood Wars. And now, I know we all are angry and we must fight, but we must stay calm, brothers and sisters.
No. Wait.
Hold on.
What did you do?
The blood's coursing through me veins.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
I got the fighting spirit.
It's like
We
a spry
must-
100.
Very evasive.
I'm doing a thing. I'm monologuing.
Can you roll a persuasion, performance?
Roll an
What is
evasion
this?
check.
Intimidation?
Persuasion.
Okay, persuasion check for me.
12. Oh, I'm
Even.
trying so hard.
12, huh?
Yeah.
So about half of the Gauntlet Knights and the Flaming Fist are sort of listening. Half of them are arguing with each other or freaking out over the missing city. Rhea is certainly still paying attention, but she's like tight-lipped. Like this isn't what she wanted to hear. And just generally, other people are listening, interested.
Okay. Well, can I use minor illusion to make a loud thunder noise so that people start paying attention?
Yes, you absolutely can. I'm just going to make this sort of a group saving throw, I think. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't beat your persuasion check. So the rest of everyone else listening snaps back to you. Although I'm sure that the rest of the party is still heckling.
This is fascinating.
I cover up the goblin's mouth because I'm like, quiet. This is lore I need to learn about.
Roll a strength check.
Are we descending to PvP? This early in the
No,
session?
He can even
No.
chew on my little hobgoblin arm. I can take it. But I'm going to shut him up so that I can hear what this guy has to say.
Speaking of which, Ephraim, do you want to like in character explain the whole thing? Or?
No, I'm too tired.
Okay.
You got exhausted so quickly.
So Captain Ephraim explains in short, interesting, attention-grabbing words, full of the charisma of someone who rolled a 12, that the that 100 years ago, he was part of a massive group of knights and cavaliers and squires and rogues and just an entire army of adventurers who followed the angel Zariel, a solar, one of the most powerful angels in the entire cosmos, into Avernus on a mission to rescue the suffering souls there and to stop fiendish incursions into the mortal realm once and for all. And it was a long 5 years of campaigning before eventually the army was deserting en masse back to the material plane. There was huge casualties, and Azariel in leading sort of one last charge was captured and eventually bent the knee to Asmodeus, Archdevil of all nine hells, and thus became the Archdevil of Avernus herself, falling and becoming sort of the fiendish mirror of what she had previously been. So she is very new as far as infernal players go, but she has already garnered a reputation as a very powerful and cruel archdevil who is certainly more powerful than her position in the hierarchy of the Nine Hells would suggest. And basically, if there's anyone on this entire multiversal cosmos that has a very specific devilish grudge against the city of Elturel, it's going to be her.
Yep.
What was her name again?
Zariel,
Zariel.
Archdevil of Avernus, first of the Nine Hells, formerly a Solar of Lathander.
It was our hubris that brought us to Avernus, and now it has happened once again.
So we're going back, right? We have to make a second hell ride. This is hardly the same glorious beginning that the first one had, but what else can we do?
How did you get there the first time?
It was Zariel. It was all Zariel.
So we need
He
another
had
engine. to get us
incredible. Well, I mean, if you can convince another Solar to throw an army into hell after what happened last time, you be my guest. But no, I think we have to. I mean, there are the Wizards of Candlekeep. There are wizards in Baldur's Gate. There are many sources of magic we could potentially exploit to travel into the hells, but
so this, looking at the group that's in front of us, is this enough to be called an army, or what would this be more like?
no, God no. This isn't. There's no. The army was, if you'll forgive me, Captain Ephraim, Rhea still seems a little bit afraid of you. It seems like her respect has gone a little bit back up after your successful. But forgive me, Captain Ephraim, but an army was definitely not the way to go last time. It was a slaughter. It was a horrible slaughter. The demons and the devils have been fighting the blood war down there for centuries. That's what Avernus is. It's the site of the eternal war between demons and devils.
So could we convince the Wizards of Waterdeep or Candlekeep to send us and your group down there? A smaller tactical team?
It's worth trying, but what can
We're
we
getting
do?
ahead of
We
ourselves
can't.
here.
We are on like step 10. Step 2 is probably just going to Baldur's Gate and
True.
let them know what's going on.
But I will
Baldur's Gates.
return to my home. I have to return to my home. We
Okay.
have to save it.
So this is going to be like a big thing.
You
So we
will.
should probably like do the first thing first.
You will.
But I understand the emotion.
How far is Baldur's Gate from where
She
we're
does. She kind of centers herself and manages to like calm down and stop running a mile a minute.
It's been a day.
Baldur's Gate is about a day's ride to the west, or so. It's a ride to the west that you will be able to make in an amount of time.
Well, I guess we all have nowhere to be, so I guess we should get started moving.
There is the Hellriders are definitely on board with this whole retrieve Elturel from Avernus plan, but definitely the city has like there are tons of people who leave the city on just normal business for one reason or another that will have been like made refugee by the sudden vanishing of it. There's tons of like outlying towns and stuff where the people are probably going to want to like they're going to need security. So the Hellrider captain that you were speaking to and like a bunch of the other knights are like they're going to stay here and try and guide people to organize basically and figure out what to do.
All right, I'd like to pull aside Bosco and be like, Bosco, if you were looking for a moment where the people that were going to try and punish you have been captured by the Nine Hells and nobody's going to notice if you slipped into the woods, this is it.
You know, I think I can save us all a lot of time. Captain
Okay.
Ephraim, do you have a shovel?
We don't have to follow this line of logic.
I don't understand what I'm very curious though. What do you think you can do with the shovel?
He
Bosco?
thinks L is straight down.
Oh, Bosco.
You're thinking too complicated.
Oh,
When you should really just think simply.
I just kind of really pat Bosco's sweet head. Bosco, you want to save these people?
Well, I mean, I don't not want to.
All right. Well, we're gonna go get some big magic to do it, buddy.
Bosco, could you help me out here and roll an insight check?
Oh boy, that's my specialty. Let's see.
Just roll above a 5.
Insight. That's not even on my sheet. No, it's on here somewhere. Hang on.
Alphabetical.
Oh boy.
After history, before intimidation.
I rolled a 13.
Okay, that is more than enough. You remember the tiefling Method, who recruited you to do this whole thieving job in the first place. And this tiefling, who again called himself Method. Method is it's not a demon. It's a type of elemental. It's not a devil either, but tiefling trying to steal an infernal hell staff. You might already be involved in this. So it's probably, if not safer, at least less likely to bite you in the ass unexpectedly if you at least figure out what's going on there.
Also, shot in the dark. Do any of these Hell Riders have a gem worth 100 gold?
They definitely don't.
Okay. You know,
They're
you have to ask.
loaded for combat. Actually, what specific gem? Is there a specific gem? Because if it's a diamond, it's not impossible you could
It
take a
doesn't
real
specify
hard...
just a gem or crystal worth 100 gold is what I need.
Okay, you could actually probably make that happen. It might take a while because you would have to find like a relatively powerful cleric, someone who would be carrying a spell component as part of their kit on this like ride out into the forest to look for dragon cultists. But with a little bit of luck, you could do that. What do you want the gem for specifically?
I tell them, like, especially for this travel, I have an idea to create something that would assist us in getting there and keeping us safe, but I need that to do it.
Right, but like what spell do you want to cast? Like,
it's not a spell. It's for my homunculus that I'm working on.
Okay. Yeah, you can.
Does an infusion.
This is probably one of your better opportunities to get that without actually paying for it. So I will absolutely allow you to roll. I'm going to ask for a D100 luck check.
Oh boy.
And then you're probably going to have to follow that up with another check just
No
to
whammies, no whammies.
keep the...
Okay, come on. All right. I rarely roll D100s, so that's like it's the 0 and the single one, so
Yeah. One's your 10 digit, one's your 1 digit.
So if you get the 0, that means
that
a
is
single
0.
digit? Okay.
Unless you get another 0, that's 100. If it's
So
both
that guy's-
zeros, it's 100.
I got a 0 and then a 6. So 60? Is that what? Okay.
Nope, that is a 6.
A 6. Okay.
Well,
Wow.
is it 0, 0, and 6, or did you get a 0?
No, it's a 6 0 and then a 0.
So it's 60.
So that is 60.
Okay, 60.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you actually do manage to, on your way in the vague direction of Baldur's Gate, run into a Order of the Gauntlet mage who is willing to part with a 100 value gem, provided that either you or Rhea will probably provided that you can persuade him that you have some kind of authority or plan that you're going to need it for.
I explained to in great detail how this can be an asset to our. I go over there with my diagrams, schematics.
That's a persuasion with intelligence.
Okay, I can do that. Okay. Come on. Where's my intelligence? So 15?
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll, yeah, probably exactly do it. You are given a topaz worth 100 gold by this gold by this Order of the Gauntlet Mage.
Oh, thank you so much.
I'm giving you this on one condition. All right,
Yes.
you've got to save Eltero with it. That's what you
promise.
said you're gonna do. You said a bunch of stuff about a machine
Yes.
that I followed about half of it. But you do it, all right?
Yes,
All
I
right.
promise. I promise this will be used in efforts for our mission.
I will attempt to explain to my commanding officer why I parted with my gem.
Oh, I have. You can see my notes. They're very detailed. If you want to show them to them.
No, please,
Okay.
God, no more of the explanation.
Okay.
I'm good.
No problem.
You be on your way.
Thank you.
So yeah, you have secured yourself a topaz
Yes.
worth 100 gold.
Good. Good. That was going to be a barrier.
All right, so you really your only options are to stay and help with the organizing of the sort of remaining people, or to head on to Baldur's Gate.
Okay. Can we borrow some rations from everybody so we can?
I think I have a whole bunch.
I think we all have it.
Oh,
I
I
guess.
got
So
it.
you
I
could.
don't know.
This isn't
we're
isn't like a journey worth equipping for. I don't think.
That's it. You
Okay.
said the day's ride. Okay. All right. Well then, yes, I am ready. What time of day is it? Should we go to sleep?
What time of day is it? It was morning when you rode out, so it's probably midday.
Okay.
We can start out and then we'll camp on the way there if it gets too dark.
All right.
Yeah, you know what? It's 2 p.m.
Okay. So we can ride for.
We'll just go. We'll just go.
Yeah.
You might be able to make Baldur's Gate before nightfall, or by nightfall.
Perfect.
Because if we move quickly, there's no reason anybody would try to stop us. I hope.
Yeah,
It's
we're gonna go
spring.
really
It's spring. The days are getting longer. All right, so just gonna go ahead and roll. Let's make it a D100. And
Mundo action.
yeah, this is going. All right, that is a 3. So you guys get to Baldur's Gate ahead of the vast majority of the like refugees, the Flaming Fist, the Gauntlet, the Hell Riders. You're one of the first groups there.
Oh, good.
And the eastern gate of Baldur's Gate is known as the Basilisk Gate. And as you approach, there are more and more sort of little roadside settlements popping up along the way there. Many of these villages seem to be just that little bit richer, just that little bit more like put together than the villages that are sort of surrounding El Terrell that you would be used to. This is definitely the sort of suburban environment of Baldur's Gate, the equivalent to that, where this is like a lot of the wealthier farmers and other people who live outside the city. And then as you come closer and closer to the gate, you begin to see a lot more squalor. You begin to see a lot more poverty. There's definitely this is the outer city that you're coming upon the fringes of, and you pass through, you know, a lot of little settlements and villages. You're probably, you know, you're an armed party riding in a group. There's a prisoner on one of your saddlebags. This is definitely not the kind of group that gets accosted, not even on the way to Baldur's Gate. But before too long, on the rocky slopes overlooking the Kionthar River, you come upon the gate at the outer wall of the city. And there is, above the gate, a big stone curling snake-like basilisk.
Oh wow. But should we still find the bathhouse? Is that still a thing we care about?
I'm kind of.
You still have the captain.
Secondary, I think, at this point.
It's barely come up in all the mess, but the Grand Duke of Baldur's Gate, essentially the mayor of this incredibly major cosmopolitan city, is also gone and in hell.
Wow.
Like,
we should let them know that happened.
Yeah, that's probably important information to bring. And it looks like you might be the first people with that information to get to the city. So
awkward, yeah. Awkward.
Okay. That's gonna be fun. So who do we tell that to? Rhea? Who's what now?
I didn't think I would ever come here, much less this afternoon.
Okay, so this is new for everyone.
Sir, an
Well, you're from Baldur's Gate, right, Remy?
Yeah, I am, but I mostly. Do I know any? I mean, is the mayor accessible? I mean,
this is there's definitely the Flaming Fist is sort of the only interface that most common people are ever going to have with the nobility in Baldur's Gate, unless they're using the shockingly efficient courts system to sue over like a sure thing. Most lawyers in Baldur's Gate aren't going to take a commoner's case against a noble in any case, but there's like times when it's happened. So Flaming Fist is really your only idea.
Yeah, I know a good spot. Fist on Fire. We had to head there. I think I know how to get there.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Mm-hmm.
So the Flaming Fist, just to clarify, is an order of knights that serves as the...
They have a headquarters, right?
They do have a headquarters, yes. So that is...
and you call it Fist on Fire, okay. And I assume that's what the name is.
Yeah.
And I asked whoever's in the front that we need to be at Fist on Fire.
We can assume all kinds of fun things. So, the personnel manning the gate are Knights of the Flaming Fist.
That was easy.
Probably a Flaming Fist officer presiding over a bunch of just like city watch thugs.
Captain, do you want to take the lead on this and let them know what the situation is?
Sure.
This
is
that status.
Captain Ephraim of the Hell Riders. This is my company, if you will.
Hold on. You said as soon as you said Hell Riders, like, doesn't take a genius to figure out that he didn't like to hear that, and there's immediately some hushed discussion. And the guy with the big Flaming Fist emblem on his tabard turns towards you, arms crossed, and says, "We don't want you around here. Get out. Go cause trouble some other place."
Well, you heard him.
I guess you don't want to hear about the whereabouts of your Grand Duke.
That sounds kind of like a threat.
Damn it, that does sound like a threat.
No, I like it. Keep going.
Let me roll an insight check real quick. Hope for a high one. That is the first NPC natural one of the campaign. This man draws his sword and points it at you. What do you know about the Grand Duke?
We did not.
He was traveling to your filthy city on business. What did you do with him? Go on, spit it out.
The city is gone.
Hello.
It's about to be gone if you don't.
No, Elturel is gone. It is gone. Fiends cast an extraplanar spell of huge proportion, swallowed the city whole, and dragged it all to Avernus. And your dude, unfortunately, was inside.
Unbelievable.
We're hitting a guy with a lot of this information, but there are refugees that are coming behind us, probably within a few hours.
Hold on.
Corroborate what has happened.
Let me break this down. You said just now, in order, that fiends had stolen Elturel, that you were from there and had seen it, and that the Grand Duke was caught in the spell and went with the city.
Yeah.
That's
Now,
very concise.
Out of, I guess, a destructive impulse, I rolled 3 insight checks separately on each of those.
Fantastic.
Nat 20 to perceive that you were telling the truth about the spell.
Good.
Nat 20 to perceive that you were telling the truth about being there, seeing it happen, and knowing what you were talking about. Nat 1 on the Grand Duke being in the city at the time. So
Amazing.
he is absolutely flabbergasted by this barrage of information. And I think I'm just going to resolve all that as sort of a general absolutely not knowing what to do and wanting to kick you guys up the ladder. So I think you are going to go ahead and get an escort into the city and toward the Fist on Fire.
Sounds like you just flooded him until his brain shut off.
Yeah, basically that's what happened. He now wants someone else to be dealing with you.
Clive looks very smug, and he's like, often, if you give enough information,
I found that to work.
Some people cannot handle it.
It's so true. Okay. So. You know what? It's 9:15. This is probably going to be a little bit of a meeting. I think that it might be best to carry on with the Baldur's Gate portion of the adventure next time.
All right.
So I think we're going to go ahead and leave it there for this session. And next session, we've made it. We're there. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Baldur's Gate, baby.
Yeah.
Greatest city in the universe.
I think you guys are terrible negotiators, and you should let Bosco do more talking with the.
Bosco, you are an agent of chaos, and what we need right now is friendship and kindness.
Chaos can be friendly and kind.
I want Remy to talk more, and I need you to shut up, Bosco.
Well, speaking of shutting up, if you look up at the top of the screen, you will see it says charity stream for Ukraine up there. There's a QR code. If you follow that QR code, it'll take you to Streamlabs website with several different charities. So if you want a certain world power to shut up, you can donate some money to that. Okay. Save Our Children is in there and several others. If you were so inclined as to donate some money to us or anyone else, please consider donating to Ukraine instead, because they could use the help.
Catch more Neon Goblin with we're running some fun stuff on Sundays. That's going to be streamed. That's going to be more me. On Mondays, you can catch Horde of the Dragon Queen.
Yeah.
Which that's James's game. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And keep up with our Twitter to get final dates and confirmations on when those streams are happening.
Yeah, that's
follow us here
at Goblin Neon. Yeah, at Goblin Neon.
At Goblin Neon.
Mm-hmm.
And that's gonna be it for us.
We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. We made it to Baldur's
Bye.
Gate.
We made it
Wow,
to
we did
Baldur's
half
Gate.
the title already.
We did the